basis of a great wardrobe and a true foundation for personal style is those key pieces that you can mix and match, things you can dress up and you can dress down, and you can interchange them for many years and they resist trends. And I think that establishing some of these in colors that are really versatile for you and materials that you feel great in really is the key to developing your wardrobe and essentially leading into personal style. So I'm very excited today to be sharing some staple pieces that transform your outfits. These are those foundational items, and with a couple tweaks here and there, you can dress them up, you can dress them down, and you can wear them confidently for many years. I'm also really excited to be working with Quince on this video. They represent this ethos perfectly, and they have some really beautiful items with really great construction and a very reasonable price point. And it's not always easy to find that sweet spot. So I'm going to link everything that I'm styling in the description box down below, and let's get started. So the first wardrobe staple that transforms your outfits is a cashmere sweater. And I've got 3 versions that I want to go over, because if I've learned anything from moving the last couple years and changing climates and kind of allowing my personal style to adjust to those, it's that you can take one key staple piece but then adjust it to suit your preferences and then of course your weather. So I have 3 that do that perfectly. And the first that I want to go over is a classic cashmere crew neck sweater with long sleeves. This is so versatile. You can definitely alter the neckline if you prefer a V-neck to a crew neck, but I love crew necks, so I always opt for those. And I think that it's really wonderful because when you choose something in a very versatile color, I think white or off-white is really great, black and navy are so wonderful, and then also things like soft tans and camels, they are very flexible for your personal wardrobe. And if you choose something in a color like that, and in a beautiful material like cashmere, it feels so soft on the skin, and you can wear that for most of the year. You can layer up or layer down, put jackets and stuff on top of it, you can put shirts underneath it, and it's just incredibly classic and truly, truly timeless. I've been wearing cashmere sweaters since I first discovered them, and finding one at a beautiful price point with beautiful material is not always the best, and it's not always the easiest, and these definitely hit that mark perfectly. Now let's say you live somewhere that doesn't really suit a classic crew neck with long sleeves, then you can adjust this ever so slightly and go for something like I'm wearing today, which is the exact same concept but with short sleeves and a slightly thinner material. And I find this to be so versatile and flexible and allows you to kind of bridge that gap, especially if you live somewhere that has seasons. So as you transition from the colder weather into slightly warmer weather, this is really, really perfect. And it's also really current but still really classic, and especially if you choose something in a darker color like a classic black and then maybe you get a really slim fit, that feels perfectly 90s but also minimal and chic, and it's so aesthetic right now and really current right now, but again, very timeless and doesn't date. So you can buy this with confidence and ensure that you can wear it for many years into the future, which is always something that I advocate within your personal wardrobe, so you can get the most wear out of everything. And I also love this because it's like a standard t-shirt but a little bit dressier, and finding those basics that are a little bit bumped up is one of the cornerstones to my own personal style, and I think something that I recommend all of the time because I've found incredible versatility in doing that. So definitely worth considering if you find yourself with a similar aesthetic and similar style to mine. And then the last one that I wanted to go over is essentially a long sleeve t-shirt. So it's like a hybrid between these two. And I think it's a really great option because again, it's a little bit thinner and it has beautiful material and a really delicate pattern on it, and it's very slim fit. So I personally would have all 3 of these in my own wardrobe because I know my personal style at this point, and I know that I can bring things confidently and then wear them many ways. But if you're kind of stuck and you're not really sure, I think this is a really nice one to dip your toes into, because it gives you the same wearability as a standard long sleeve t-shirt, but again with that bumped up material and really beautiful design details. I love that it's got the crew neck, but it's a little bit lower and a little bit more loose feeling around the neck that allows for some little jewelry and necklaces, and again, incredibly versatile. So now that you have one of these 3 sweaters in your wardrobe, you need a pair of pants to wear them with, and my recommendation for a really great wardrobe staple and something that I've personally gotten a lot of wear out of is a pair of classic tailored pants. And when you're choosing this, just like the sweater, I think it's very important to consider both the fit and then also the color. For me, fit tends to be more important than the color, especially if you're sticking within neutrals. So I want to talk about that first. Now, right now, it's a very classic but also current feeling to have that slightly higher waist and the slightly wider leg. It's the style that I'm wearing now. And finding something like this is great because it's very fluid, very flexible, very comfortable. And you can dress it up or you can dress it down. I think it looks great with flats, but then also heels, and then of course sandals if you want to wear it in warmer weather as well. But if you don't like this wider style or something a little bit longer, going for a straight leg that's a little bit cropped, that's really nice to consider. And something in that very slim style is also very classic. So it might not be as overly saturated right now, but it's very timeless and you can't go wrong. So definitely consider the silhouette that you want to create, because if you choose the cashmere crew neck sweater with the long sleeves, maybe you size up a little bit so it's a little bit looser. Pairing that with a slim pair of pants could be exactly what you're looking for, or you might prefer that with the looser pair. Play around with what you have in your closet in order to figure out those combinations that you love. And doing that for myself has allowed me to buy things with confidence and then also mix and match them in different ways so they're the same but different enough to keep it feeling fresh. Now, the next wardrobe staple that has the ability to transform your outfits and act as that perfect base piece for your wardrobe is a dressy tank top. Now, this is something that I kind of never paid a lot of attention to until I moved somewhere that's warmer, and that's when I started to really realize how versatile tank tops can be and how much I personally love them. So I wanted to include it in this video because I think it's really great if you do live somewhere with warmer weather, but if you live somewhere with colder weather, you can layer this underneath of a cardigan or a jacket or a blazer, and it's going to look so beautiful and very chic. And I love that it's a staple, but again, because it's in this beautiful material, it's kind of taken one step further and bumped up a little bit. And you can wear this effortlessly with pants, skirts, shorts, jeans, and it's just something that is such a great foundational piece and something that's very easy to overlook, because sometimes it's easier to get caught up in the really beautiful statement pieces, but those foundational pieces are essential to creating everyday outfits. So the next piece that I want to talk about is a classic dress, and this is something that you can definitely adjust depending on your lifestyle and where you're living and the weather that you have. So if you work a very professional or corporate life and you need a dress that's very versatile for work, going for a standard shift style is beautiful, and something in a nice light wool is going to be maximum versatility for your style, because you can wear that in the winter but then also in the spring. You can layer underneath it but then also wear it without anything under it for the sleeveless effect, put a jacket or a blazer over top, and then you can also wear that more casually with flats or sandals. So definitely a beautiful one to consider. But for my own wardrobe and my own personal lifestyle, since I work for myself now and I work from home and I live a casual life, and then also I live in an environment that's relatively casual, I like to opt for a sundress here. So I wanted to include that for my own personal interpretation. And finding a sundress that's cinched but also loose is kind of really hard to find, and this one is so perfect. It's in navy, which you of course know that I love so much. I think it goes so beautifully with gold accessories that I love to wear during the spring and the summer. I can easily drape one of those sweaters over the shoulders and then wear that if I go into a place that's maybe air conditioned. I can layer it over top. I can also put jackets and blazers, of course, over top. And I love this because it's a beautiful silhouette that I can dress up a little bit or dress down. So if I wear flats or sandals, it feels more casual, but if I wear heels and then maybe a cute little jacket or a shawl or something over top of that, it feels a little bit dressier. And then of course have a lot of fun with the different accessories in your bags. And it's just a beautiful neutral piece and a true foundational item that I think exemplifies this entire concept so perfectly. And last but not least, I wanted to include an accessory, and I thought that sunglasses were perfect because they're exactly this functional but also stylish point that I always aim for. So especially when you live somewhere that's warmer, you have to kind of be mindful of the sun, and it makes such a big difference when you have your sunglasses on. You can actually be outside and not be walking around squinting and super uncomfortable. So sunglasses have become a really big part of my personal style, and I recommend that you find a pair that's really well made and has actual sun protection so that you actually can use them and wear them and get all the benefits and still look really great. Now, when it comes to the aesthetics of them, I think going for classic styles is always a good option. You have maximum versatility, and then of course they resist trends. So something like a Wayfarer is my personal preference. I love something that's a little bit chunkier. Also, something with a round frame is so beautiful and timeless, or a classic aviator. later. So I wanted to show you the Wayfarer because I don't really have anything perfectly like this style in my wardrobe, so I added these two for the sake of this video. And I wanted to include the option of black, but then also a really beautiful tan. And the black is super versatile within most closets, and I think it's really great if you live somewhere that's a city, because if you live somewhere that has kind of more that chic, dressed up feeling, black sunglasses go with everything and they instantly counterbalance a great outfit and just make it feel really, really timeless. Now, if you live somewhere that's maybe a little bit warmer, or you have more of a relaxed, casual style, or you want something that feels a little bit nautical, going for something in a tan and this beautiful like orangey tan, that hits that mark perfectly. So I find function for both of them in my closet, but definitely be mindful of your color palette and your own preferences in order to choose the perfect color. And then also I wanted to mention that it's really nice to choose something that's acetate like these are, because it's a little bit more eco than standard plastic and feels really, really great and lightweight and very comfortable. So you don't get that kind of mark on your nose or the uncomfortable heavy feeling from a pair of sunglasses, and that can really make them uncomfortable to wear, so then you end up not using them. So it's something that's really important for me and I recommend for you as well. So I'm going to link everything that I styled in the description box down below. I'm going to put the color that I have and then of course the size, and then also my own measurements for reference. That way you can compare and then make the best purchase for yourself in case you're in the market for any of these wardrobe staples. Thank you to Quince for sponsoring today's video. Thank you, of course, for watching it, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.